Now it's our turn.
Let me start with a quick question. So how exactly does this compete with the short code billing providers and the carriers that, and in particular carriers that already have an existing relationship with the customer?
No, well, the carrier is not in the loop. The carrier is just carrying the data. I mean, the voice. Our customers are banks. And banks are looking for ways to increase the number of customers they have, because they know that this population is getting more and more attracted by banking and financial services. I have here, an article today in the French newspaper explaining how African banks are looking for those customers. So it's not really the carrier, it's the banks. They have customers that they can enroll very different ways, various ways. With our technology, we can do it with a viral way, meaning if you send money to someone, if I send money to you, you will be suddenly having an account that could be a bank account somehow, and you will be able to spend that money somewhere. So you don't need to be enrolled in advance. Just by receiving the money, we'll open the account.
Maybe I'm a little confused. I'm missing out on something. How do they pay for their mobile phone if they don't have a bank account?
Oh, good. No. 99% of the African, or maybe 98, have prepaid cards. And they don't pay. You know, it's another way. You know, we're building new way to use the technology. In Africa, you don't pay for prepaid card. You want to call, you raise your hand, a little guy comes and sells you, 1 minute of communication. You give him cash, you enter the figures, and you call your mother. So that's it.
And so the revenue model for you is a licensing fee, or is it by transaction?
No, it's all. We are a software company, and we sell license to bank. So the bank buy our platform. Also banks, sometimes they are banks, sometimes they are service companies who work for banks, but there's always a bank because we speak about cash, money, okay? And our revenue comes from a license per user, usually. That's the average customers are that way.
How do you make it the dominant technology, or to make people, to get so many people to get to use it?
Well, it's all, it's a local adventure. We provide the technology to companies that are looking for solutions to bring this service to their people. So we don't do the marketing side. We are only the technology side. We are like an open source platform. We deliver those platforms to, let's say, Namibia. In Namibia, they make a plan. They hire, they raise money. It's a startup. They raise money. They find a bank to back them up. And then they make a program. You can go on our website. They are advertising on TV in Namibia using our technology, how to get those financial services. And from that point, they start to develop, like we did in France, like we did in Europe. Same idea. But the big difference is that instead of having to give cards and to enroll people, you just need to send them money and they're enrolled. So since the phone is a standard phone and there is nothing to put on the phone for the system to work.
And is the technology dependent on special types of mobile terminals? Or?
Oh, no. It's completely transparent. It can work with any phone. If the phone can receive a call and speak, it works.
That's nice.
So it's a definition of a phone. So we use the microphone and the loudspeaker. And a phone without a microphone and loudspeaker is not a phone. So they all work. So you need to have a phone number, which is a phone, which is related, connected to an account that we create in our platform, and everything else is handled extremely securely, and you can debit and credit your account using your phone, you can pay in a retailer, you can get cash at the ATM, etc. That's what it is.
So what kind of relationships do you have with the financial services community to be able to go in and sell the technology to the banks, and also the technology team that you have to work with and the security involved, what kind of pedigree do they have and experience?
Okay, so first, I've been let's say the head of innovation of Schlumberger's smart card division for 10 years, so I know extremely well the electronic transaction business. So now we are compliant with all the standards of security that are required by banks, French banks, American banks, English banks, which are in fact connected to African banks or Latin American banks, okay? Now, since we don't have a card technology, but we have a new technology, we don't need to be compliant with all the START standards. So we are, the equivalent in level of security. We are certified by the banks when they analyze our structure, our solution. They audit it. And since we are building a new world, all that is being done, all that is being made. But we are in a place where there were nothing on the ground, and we are building something new. So we are creating the standards working, I would say. But on the security side, we are extremely high in security level. I mean, for instance, we are the supplier of Orange in Orange Money in Ivory Coast and soon in Mali and Senegal. You know, those guys have been working for 1 year trying to kill our system before they bought it naturally. So we're extremely sensitive to security, and it's too difficult to explain now, but the overall architecture is extremely secure.
So do you have any other distribution? How are you doing on, since it's all about having banks and the capacity for someone to say, oh, here, I'm going to do this transaction, how are you doing on distribution at this point?
Yeah, the distribution is, that's why we're here. We are extremely web company, okay? We are 10. I would say we don't have any sales team. When you Google mobile payment, you find us, and they find us. There are hundreds of companies who are looking on how to develop mobile payment in the world. They connect with us. We speak to them on Skype. We teach them on Skype. We exchange, you know, part of our platform, software tools, etc. Then they buy the platform. We install the platform without, you know, through the web. We train them. They develop their own applications, or they use the applications we have developed for them. They sometimes share application between customers. We have a community that is being built, and they go up and running. The most exciting example is Namibia. Namibia, you know, we did all of that. They purchased, so we did all the pre-sale. Then they purchased the platform. We installed it. They bought the server. They bought the gateways. They were trained. They have 20 developers working there. They launched the service like 3 months ago. They have every day more transactions, and we've never been to Namibia, and they never came to Paris. You know.
Is it
great?
Just one quick last question. The source of competitive advantage is primarily the patents that you hold, or do you think it's a relationship to the banks?
All our solution is patented. We have 7 international patents, which is the noise you heard. The noise you heard requires a lot of expertise. It looks simple, but it's extremely complex because it goes through some complex network. But the solution, the technology itself, is patented, and that's why.
So you don't think that that modems from time ago is prior art to that exchange of information via sound?
No, we haven't patented the fact that we transfer data through noise. I mean, that is facts and our modem that we knew. But we have tremendously improved the technology to put it at the edge of GSM, and so naturally we've capitalized. In fact, our engineers are coming from this signal processing business, I mean, expertise that are putting at the latest edge of technology what we used to do very slow and very inefficient. Today, our technology can support extremely noisy environment, can be very fast, and is very secure, and all that is new.
Great. Well, thank you so much.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.